Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing on this here fine night? I know for some of you there may be snow on the ground, and for some of you it may be freezing outside. And then for some of you it may be both. But whatever it is, I hope you had a good day today, and I'm going to make sure y'all have a good night. Let me see. Who do we have first in the chat? We've got um Dimples Wimples first on the moonwalk, and Leo Lady in here second on the moonwalk. Who else do we have? We have Beauty is her name, Soul Power, Juju D, Black but not bitter, Shay B, Vic to the Bell. Hey, let's talk about it all. Did I say Soul Power? Yeah. Tallulah Malu, Delicate Dale Jackson, Tabasco, Miss Boogie Down, um, uh, Noli Ya Girl. Um, is this Popeyes? Do I see Popeyes? I don't know. I thought I saw Popeyes. Oh, I did. Okay. Hey, Popeyes is here. Um, Dimples Wimples is a new member. Welcome to the investigators, Dimples Wimples. I appreciate you becoming a member. Welcome to the investigators. And we've got Zen Soul here. Darlene Bell is here. Um, so this is what we are going to do. We are going to, oh, and yeah, y'all welcome. Make sure y'all welcome Dimples Wimples to the new members. Um, we have Rainbow here and the only whip. Let's see here. Leo Lady has given us a member milestone. She says, welcome everyone. So, what we are going to do on tonight, we're going to listen to half of an interview that Sylvia did with Sonya. And I think this was to clear, I guess, it was to clear up, some of the tales that had been going around about Sylvia giving information and stuff. This interview, I do believe I saw like the tail end of it when it originally happened, and I watched a little bit of the beginning of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. It is an almost 3-hour interview, and I just could not bear. Hey, Justin's mom and Shay B, I just could not bear to listen to that and then come on again and listen to it with y'all. So I said, I will just listen with my peoples, my moonlighters. So we're going to listen to it, but we're only going to do half today, and we'll pick up the other half probably on Wednesday. is when we'll pick up the other half. Hey, Vic to the Veil. Um, yes, Vic to the Veil. Vic to the Veil. She says, "Is this the one when she ran away from my question? Yeah, and hung out. Yeah, I believe that this is the one." That's why I said I saw the tail end of it. So, yeah, that's what we gonna get into that. And if anybody has missed part one is I did that I think maybe a week or two ago, and it has the same thumbnail. I'm going to use the same thumbnail for like each part, so y'all can see, y'all can tell that it's one, two, and three. Even though I have them labeled, I still want to use the same thumbnail so that it's no confusion. I am here for the show. Welcome, Nesto, Shackle, Shuffle, Walk of Shame. Welcome. Okay. Did I call you Justin's mom? I did. I did. Okay. So let's get into this foolishness now. I have it already set so that we don't have to listen to the countdown in her intro. It's just a little bit before she brings her on. So that's I have it set for that. So we'll see. We'll see if it stays there. Oh, okay, it appears like it has. So here we go. Wait a minute. I don't know. Let me see if I could tell. This was in March of 2000. I mean, this was in March 2024. As a matter of fact, it was on the 27th to be exact. So, all right, here we go. Where's the play button? Okay, here we go.
An alert. Hey, long hair, don't care. Hey, Shantae, I need you guys to be ready and alert because I'm gonna have a conversation with Sonya tonight.
Hey, Nola Brown.
Because I
Hey,
listened to some of the recording and I contacted her today, and just want to have a conversation to resolve whatever thing misconstrued information that's out there.
Okay, Dimples Wimples. Dimples Wimples said Native's baby daddy Sylvia is on the screen. He gonna get you for that one. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Yeah, please mods, be ready because
Hey, Mimi.
Anybody coming in here with the negativity, I'm not having it. Hey, Luna, I'm not having it today. I'm not having it. And
hey, Jackson
I just wanted
Tabasco.
to have a conversation. All right, without further ado, I'm going to bring Sonya up.
Good screw.
Somehow.
Hey, Sonya.
I just hold this.
All right, without further ado, I'm going to bring Sonya.
Wake up.
I hear myself on the.
I see it better.
I hear myself.
Do I need to hit play? Do I need to hit play?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I don't need glasses because I ain't got to read. Except for my Yvette. Yeah, hey, long hair.
Hey, Yanobi Danae.
See?
See, I just can't read.
Oh, then you don't have to read. Let Yvette read for you.
Yvette don't need to read because I'm just responding off of you.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, how are you? It's been a while since we talk. Since most people think me and you are best buddy.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a while since we talk. Okay.
They assume my life, they assume your life. So you know how that go.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I wanted to talk to you about
everything.
I called you today.
Hey,
in
Superfly.
to what I heard, and I asked you to go and listen to the phone calls. There were some things that was misquoted or misstated in the it's not an interview, y'all. It's a conversation.
Right. It's not an interview.
conversation. I don't know why people like, please let her control, don't let her control the interview. It's not an interview, people. It's not an interview. It's not an interview. It's a conversation.
A conversation.
Because for some strange reason,
it's
misconstrued, misinformation, something.
misinformation.
One of the things that I heard, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but one of the things I heard was in regarding to Judge Manning, me having an.
Okay, let the lies begin. Hey, that girl, Petty Patty, Southside Chi-Town. Now, y'all, we gonna have to, hey, Mimi, we gonna have to fan our sister Black, but not bitter, because, Sylvia might say William instead of Williams, and she has never met a consonant that she hasn't butchered. So we got a fan Black but not bitter. Make sure she's okay. Y'all make sure y'all keep checking on her, okay? Because I don't know. Hey Shay, did I say hey Shay B? And I think I got Jackson Tabasco. Okay, y'all, here we go. We have not been. We're not even 3 minutes in, and the lives are about to begin. I think I said hey to a lady.
Interview.
Fainting emoji.
With Judge Manning. I didn't have an interview with Judge Manning.
No, you didn't have an interview with Judge Manning, but you lied and said you were, because you said y'all are best buds. And I am convinced the only time you've seen Judge Manning is when you and Dana J was before her with y'all's foolishness.
So in the phone calls, you said,
is that what they said in the comments? Because they hear stuff. I mentioned you were supposed to have one with Judge Manning, but it was canceled.
Hold on, let me see, because maybe I heard it wrong, but let me see if I can. I didn't timestamp none of this stuff, but let me just go ahead and pull it up.
You ain't got to rewind and play it. Just say what you think it is, and I'll correct it or whatever.
That's how things get misconstrued. Sonya. There's no, you tell me what you think I said, and I'll tell you whether I said it or not. Okay.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Correction apart, we have an interview. I intended to have an interview with Judge Manning,
right?
But other things happened. Like the one time, with Ernest went out, then another time it just wasn't good, and I just made a decision to just not do the interview because.
Raise your hand if you know she's lying. Hey, Beauty is her name. How are you doing?
I didn't want any kind of interference or anything like that. The other thing is something about Judge Manning watching my show. Yes, the judge.
I'm sorry. Beautifully made. Beautifully made. How are you doing? Here she is lying. Now, some of y'all may remember back that far when she said that, she had an interview with Judge Manning, and her and Judge Manning, some of y'all were probably following her at the time when she was telling them lies. But, like I said, I don't believe she has any type of relationship with Judge Manning, period, other than appearing before her, with Dana J, and, with her Rule 22s and being in court.
Manning and a lot of other judges watches my show.
Yeah, right.
Judge Kirk watches, Judge Ashley, Judge who else? Of course, Judge Glanville, the whole team over there watches my show.
And until I hear them say it, it ain't true.
Even the prosecutor, all the prosecutors watches the YouTube Infamous Sylvia's channel, because
they're watching everything right now.
The prosecution team told me they watch me. A lot of people told me they watch me because they said that since I'm in the courtroom, they watch me.
And if they ain't told me, I don't believe it.
Problem with that, because I seen some people making some comments about that.
And we still making them, Sylvia. We don't believe you.
So that's, I think that was it. I was trying to correct. And as far as
Hey, Latita, can a 14 and retract?
me and you being part of some sort of
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
yeah.
This is not me controlling the situation. I'm curious how everything changed from you being cool, blogger cool with the other bloggers to now, or it's been a minute, to now you are, I guess, an enemy. They don't like you anymore. They talk a lot of ish on you. It's like they're hating you almost as much as they hate me or talk ill of me. And I'm just wondering, because I'm confused, what happened? Did you do something?
Did I do something?
I mean, people just don't dislike somebody for no reason.
Well, here, let me tell you this. I never liked her, never followed her, and only started looking at her when started this channel because I needed to go back and, uh, report the things that was going on. So, hey, sunflower baby TT.
Or is it because, you're not hating like they're hating, or, on the same squad as them? I'm confused as to how the dynamics change between y'all being cool to now they're doing videos on you and, doing all kind of, like, it's very hateful, and it's very uncalled for, because I don't think y'all hang personal. I don't know. I just thought y'all were like blogger buddies, like, y'all just did the business together. But outside of that, y'all, didn't hang or whatever. But to see all these bloggers do stories on you now, and it's, to me, it's just, I was just curious, because I never asked or whatever, what happened. Or is it just, in your mind, what do you think happened? Did y'all have a conversation? And did they, what do you think happened that took y'all from being cool back in November, maybe December too, to now, you know, they talked about you when you got arrested.
Hey, Make It Rain NYC talks with TK, Natasha Razor Glam. I think I saw the real. Wait a minute. I don't want to say it wrong. I'll wait till it comes back or till she comes back around because I didn't see her, but I heard somebody speak, so I wanted to see if she was in the chat. But anyway, I'm gonna listen to this lie she's gonna tell, and I would like to set the record straight for Sonya. People doing videos about this lady right here is nothing new. This goes way back to R. Kelly, to R. Kelly days. People have been making videos against this woman. Every sector on YouTube has had a problem with this woman. So videos being made about her and all of the things that she has done is nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun going on here. It's just a different sector. That's all.
Every time there's a video that I say blogger, they assume it's you. I talk
Hey, Reef and Muff's mom, and don't no other content creator talk to you, Sonya. Don't lie.
to 4 bloggers, 4,
Okay.
and every one of them is different, but I just don't call names. But they figure you are the go-to. Every time I mention a blogger, it's automatically Sylvia. It's not, you know. But they want to, I guess, try to include you on the hate campaign with me, which, save yourself. So
I just wanted to stop to speak to the real VB Law and Order certified. I just wanted to make sure I spoke to her because I left her out. Anyway, continue.
what do you think, where the dynamics with y'all relationship went from y'all being cool to now it's we don't like her?
I think it's because I made a decision to back off on the way I was acting. I was in that space as like everyone else. I was basically reading, because I'm the one who started reading the arrest report,
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking at it more of him being guilty, and instead of innocent until proven guilty. I was part of the bashing sessions and things like that, and I didn't feel comfortable after a while. And each time I was doing, I kept like just not feeling good about it, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I backed away. And I explained to the people that was in the group. I mean, you know, when you're on YouTube, you're on there to make money and things like that. But then when it starts messing with your psyche, I was like, no,
Psych,
I
spell
can't
it.
do this anymore. So I mean, I lost a lot of subscribers. I lost members. I lost money and all that. But do I lose my soul and what God told me to do? How He told me to approach things and go for the money? No, I can't sell my soul for the money.
Hey, cross country cruise her and Reef and Muff's mom. I don't think I spoke to you. Nobody has a problem with her if she wanted to just, because she says she's a court vlogger, so she reports the facts. That's what she says. And if that were true, and if that's what she wanted to do in this case, nobody would have had a problem with her. The problem came in is that she started becoming friends with the defendant, the side chick, and all the other people, the whole criminal element. She tried to insert herself into it just as she done with YSL. And that is the problem that people had with her. Petty Patty said Sylvia's lying. Remember, Dallas called her out for making her drive to the jail to a visit. Yes, Nesto and she didn't get any content. Yes, I do remember that. She was going off on her. Mimi said she aligned with Sonya and Nesto before she claims she quit, and that is true. That is true. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says Sylvia just got excited about the liquid V and dildos and the broken peen, and she wanted to experience Sonya's nasty mouthpiece. I can agree with that. Jackson Tabasco said when dog shit and cat shit join together. This is what you see, Jackson Tabasco. Talks with TK said the longest question in history. Justin's mom said she read that letter someone sent to her about her behavior, and it had nothing to do with Nesto. Right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That girl says, "Well, Silverback, you just did. I'm sorry. Well, Silverback, you did just admit you think he's guilty." Mm-hmm. See that? See how that works?
So therefore,
Oh, and I just Black but not bitter says this conversation took place before they knew the text messages would be released, because I wanted to say that because that's an important thing to keep in mind, because I didn't even think of that, to be honest with you. And Talks with TK said, I hate how slow she talks. Spit it out, 304.
I made a decision to do things differently. And one of the things that I believe that the Holy Spirit was telling me is to basically pray for him, because not everybody that's in jail is actually guilty of everything. And when I started looking at it and just going inside and finding, it just wasn't fitting well with me. It wasn't fitting well at all, and that's why I did what I did. Now, as far as them saying that I don't do anything, I'm not for the victim, against the victim, that's not the case. It's not the case at all. I mean, I do pray for the victim, but my assignment is for the injustice in the system with.
Did y'all see that? when she says, when I pray for the victim, did y'all see how she got that laugh on her face? Sonya, did you see that? And Latita says, the Holy Spirit, Yeah, I was thinking it, so I'm glad somebody said it. Dimples Wimple said her Holy Spirit radar is broken permanently.
Black and brown people. And
Mhm.
regardless of what, we're not treated fairly. And I personally experienced that.
Mhm.
So that's where I'm at. And it doesn't matter who's with me or not, because when I lay down in that bed back there, nobody lays down with me other than my
I'm gonna say
husband,
your husband, right?
other than my husband.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
but I just mentally, it did not feel good. It did not feel good for me. So that was the one of the reason why I changed my stance, and I started being extremely. They don't think I'm neutral. I am neutral.
Right. I just
Just
say right. I tell everybody just stay neutral because neutral is the best way to be.
yeah. I just
Does a neutral person go to visit the inmate and befriend his girlfriend? Does a neutral party just says this is what happened here, this is what happened there, they state the facts, they report on the facts, that's all they do. They don't start befriending people. Did you see Barbara Walters? Did she ever go and befriend the people she interviewed? Did Oprah go off and befriend any criminals she may have interviewed? No, no, not at all. Black but not bitter says, spoil alert, husband gone. That girl said she looks creepy. Who? Sonya? Superfly says, well, wait until they play all this in court because it's coming. The state isn't going to let up on Sonya. They're going to be charged on this RICO case. It wouldn't surprise me if, I believe Sylvia's name is already involved in it. Joseph Bullard says, Holy Spirit, all right. ABC liquor store spirits. Oh my gosh. No, you did not, Joseph Bullard. Soul Power said, what is that? Hater. Then, wait a minute. Oh, the self righteous, holier than thou act is old. We see your evil behind Sylvia. We see your evil behind Sylvia. I should probably put my glasses on. I don't know what's going on today. Shaby said Sylvia's shoulders given. I'm sorry, I laughed. Excuse me. Shaby said Sylvia's shoulders given hut 2, 3, 4. Hut, hut. Tallulah Malu said, these are straight up demons from the pit. I'll agree with that. Something ain't right with them. And Letitia says, I just need y'all to understand IS ain't nobody's journalist. If she were, she'd know it was unethical for her to take that camera from Big Jeff. So you can say that again.
I just choose not to say something happened when I don't know what happened. I was not there, so I cannot do that, especially with stuff that, because God allowed me to experience someone not telling the whole truth and me being arrested not once but twice. So I know how I feel for people to just lie on you. I know how it feels.
Me as well. Me as well. Been through it twice. And mine was personal, so that was a lot worse than somebody that you just have an issue with out in the streets. And so another point I was trying to, I get triggered. I get triggered when people play with people's freedom. That's the issue I have. I don't think that it's fair, and I think people need to stop weaponizing the justice system and always either calling the police and lying on a person or exaggerating or always with the, oh, you're going to be part of the RICO situation. Just making those kind of remarks, I feel like is it's just below the belt. It's unnecessary, it's uncalled for. And I watched 2 minutes of this guy yesterday, and I don't say names.
Oh, oh,
We
if
don't say
it's
names. I
if
don't say
it's
names, but
if
it's
it's who
it's an old dude who said that
can
the
you
lawyer blogger called
can you
him
hear
in. Hmm?
can you hear me?
I hear you, but you ain't got to
Oh
say his name. It was
no,
yesterday.
I was okay.
It was
Because
yesterday. It
okay.
was yesterday. It's an older dude, and making all of these, you know, comments about witness tampering, and 2 or 3 other people tried to touch down on that. First of all, I'm not involved in the case,
Yet.
so I'm not a part of anything. I don't have a bond restriction or anything, nor do you, right?
So this is going to be the logic in talking about and trying to track down victims. I see where this is going already. How are you doing? Shoot. I lost the names of who I wanted to speak to. But anyway, yeah, this is going to be some victim, you know, their excuses for talking to and about them. That's what this is right here. I can see it.
Um, Over the last 20 months, 21 months that Nestle's been incarcerated on hold in a county, he's not once said anything ill about those girls. He's always told me he think that the police twisted their conversation and turned it.
So let me get this straight. So the report of an essay, the police twisted and got them to say that. We didn't hear, I don't know, maybe I'm delusional, but we didn't hear the call where he told Lamont, "I need you to contact Little Crazy," and we know who Little Crazy is. We didn't. Are you? We didn't hear that. Um, we didn't hear the call where he was on a recorded line trying to get a victim's number and get Sonya to call. We didn't hear any of those calls. Somebody help me out here, because I could have sworn them are the calls that I heard. So if y'all didn't hear them, y'all let me know. But that's what I heard. How you doing, Scooby Snack? Obsessed with the mess. And yeah, I think I got it. And Rossi, I don't think I called your name. How are you doing, Rossi? And Champions, how are y'all doing? And Sandy Girl. Okay. Let's hear some more of the lie.
Into a crime. He said, I don't think those girls would say that about me, that they would lie on me like that. So his beef was always with the police. He's never said anything about the girls, whether it be mean, threatening, or any of that type of stuff. Only thing I say is I believe him. I don't know them. And he said this is this, and the evidence is pointing more so to what he's saying than what the courts are saying.
Scooby Snack said, "Such a shame she can't read the documents." She has read the documents. She's seen the documents all along. She knows what the document says. She's read some of the documents to him in jail calls. So she's aware what the documents say, just like she's been at the last, what, 2 or 3 hearings. She's been to those. She certainly heard what we all heard 2 weeks ago. And, she still is, on his side.
To say when I received the picture, I saw it and I deleted it. I didn't send it to nobody. I didn't comment on it. I just said I saw it. It is not a crime for me to see something. It's not a crime for me to mention that I saw something. The problem is when that girl who does the phone call from prison,
That
she's a
girl.
little reckless, because when me and him are talking, it's supposed to be just me, him, and the courts on the phone. Those phone calls are recorded for the courts, not for social media, not for entertainment, not for nosy people.
Now, here's the part where I don't understand why Sylvia has not explained to her what a FOIA is and the reason why we have access to the calls. It's because we, the public, have a right to know what the criminals are doing. We have a right to know if there's a hit out on our families or something because we put somebody in jail. We have a right to hear about it. We might hear about it before the police. We have that right as a public. And I don't understand why Sylvia has never explained this to her, as if Sylvia is making it because Sonya thinks Sylvia's this courtroom person, and she's the woman all about the courts, and she can find out anything going on with anyone criminally, not realizing that we all can. And for Sonya to have the legal experience that she alleges she has, I don't know why she doesn't know that, because she worked for the Innocence um, program, not the Innocence Project, but the Innocence program. Eve has many faces. Hey, how are you doing? Coffee is brewing. How are you doing? Soul Power says Sonya has said plenty of derogatory statements about every other woman that's had any dealings with Nesto. Uh-huh. Hey, Tam Tam. Miss Boogie Down said, I'm sorry, he never says Sheridan. Her name is itch in every way, shape, and form. So this whore is lying. For whose benefit? I ain't picking up nothing this bum bitch is putting down. Thank you, Miss Boogie Down. Make It Rain says, how does Nesto know what females are you about him? What females you're talking about? Okay, I can't figure that typo out. Um, she says they did not release any names. Um, you mean phone calls from prison? Is that who you're talking about? Didn't release any names. Petty Patty says, how ironic. Sonya is about to have her own hearing. How about it? Um, Shay B says, y'all never find dumb, dumb, dumb a hairline like, oh my, you'll never find a hairline like mine. The teacher says Sylvia can't pronounce Foya. Sunflower Baby TT says, what is she on? Her eyes look like the edible is kicking in. Southside Chi-Town said, who told you that, Sonya? Oh, Shay B, you should not have done that. That girl says Sonya was on calls discussing the victims and told Nesto where the girl was and had pictures. Yeah, she sure did. In New York with a white man. Isn't that what she said? And Sonya did say Sylvia gave them to her. Well, she said a blogger, but we all knew who she was referring to. And we could trace it. I mean, please don't make us go back and trace it because we can. That's the thing. Soul Power says they're recorded for whoever purchases them per FOIA. That's right. Remember when she thought that she could put the phone calls out because she pays for the phone calls? And when I mean pay for, I mean by putting money on his books. Pay for. This is what she thought. Scooby Snack says, I still hear her nasal voice saying she located a victim and ain't coming. And the victim, oh, yeah, the victim ain't coming back. Yes, I do remember that. Now that you mention it. Hey, Nola Brown. Hey, let's talk about it all, said. Like she didn't know that's why y'all are able to do it. We have a right to be aware and be able to protect ourselves. Now, look at you. Wait till you hear him talking smack about you. And he has, right? Remember, she can't afford him. Tamara says, and the thing is, she went on a whole press tour and nothing changed. Ish only got worse. And now she's caught up in the ish, trying to be loyal to a no good ninja. You are absolutely right. That is what she did. She walked her way right into that case. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says Sonya and Sylvia like these meetings because their dicks get hard when they lie to one another Okay. So, hey, Ray Della Lewis. And I'm gonna give y'all an example. Example. Sound as bad as Nesto. I'm gonna give y'all an example of not only Foyers, but the courtroom using these calls to protect the public. I know that everyone, because Naziah Harris's case has been all over everywhere. The preliminary hearing was just done with the uncle who they suspect unalived her and also impregnated her. Well, they have phone calls, two phone calls that they played. If you did not watch that preliminary hearing, they played two phone calls where the uncle he called one of his girlfriends to get rid of the phone that he had been using, from out the car. So that's how the police was able to get it. So he did that. And then he called her and told her to, no, he didn't tell the girlfriend. He told a friend, uh, to retrieve that phone, and then he called his girlfriend wanting her to wipe down everything. So that helped police get evidence that they need against this man. So that's what these foyers and the police listening is all about. It helps the public, and we're going to continue to listen to these calls and any other ones that come out, because we need to be protected. But anyway, back to these fools. Here we go.
It's for the courts to catch him into something that may incriminate him, or just to be a little bit more insightful on what's going on. That's why they're recorded. The lady that does the phone call from prison, she listens to all the calls prior to her letting them out. Just like when I say certain words that are banned from YouTube and she blanks them out. If we're talking about something that is deemed harmful to somebody related to the case, she needs to blank that out, because I'm not talking to the world when me and him talk about the people involved with his case, whether it be positive, negative, or whatever. Him and I can have a conversation about whatever. But when she puts it out for the public to hear, including people that know the victims, friends of the victims, or maybe even the victims, that's a problem. And that's reckless on her end.
It's not reckless. These victims need to know that they are being talked about. They need to know this. They need to feel safe. Joseph Bullard has a comment on the screen that y'all can clearly see, and it has earned him a trip. Off you go. Hey, Major's wife, how you doing?
And to try to make it seem like it's your fault or my fault, no, it's her fault. She needs to stop being reckless and greedy
Child.
with the money, because it's all a money grab. Stop playing things that
Money.
is deemed harmful
Okay.
to the people involved with the case. I know she don't give two F's about Nesto, but the girls, if anything is spoken about the girls, she can mute it. She cannot play it. Like I said, there's over 500 phone calls. She's only playing certain phone calls to keep a certain narrative.
She's not trying to keep a certain narrative. She's playing the phone calls that y'all give. I mean, there are plenty more, but just because she picks one and posts it, that doesn't mean she's keeping up a narrative. She's just doing what you do as a content creator. You would know that, Sonya, if you stuck to it. Tallulah Malu has made a good point. She says Nesto is living off the taxpayers. Also, Sonya lives off the taxpayers. Her call should be public information too. All them jobs that she alleges to work, and we know she's getting benefits. That mess, I know she is not reporting that. Southside Chi-Town says you can have a conversation, but we're listening. Okay.
So y'all could just keep thinking this, and this. The 250 phone call, we had 5 phone calls that day. She played 2. She didn't play the whole story. She just played bits and pieces to make it look a certain way. We had 5 phone calls about that whole scenario. She played 2. Just like I say, when he first went away, I was on 2 dating sites. I was going out on dates. Me and him, we on the phone talking about the dates. She didn't play none of that. She didn't play me in the beginning telling him you need to call your wife, because he would go weeks, days without talking to her. You need to call her because you're going to have her worried about you. She didn't play none of that. She played a specific.
Okay, Sonya, you're saying that, and you're saying that she didn't play none of that. So, as far as I'm concerned, those conversations didn't exist because you are a proven liar. A proven liar. So, I'm not going to believe that there's all of these conversations floating around out there about you're telling, oh, call your wife, call your wife. She's probably worried sick about you. Call your wife, call your wife. You cannot make me believe that that was what was going on. So, until I hear those calls, they don't exist. And you're, like I said, a proven liar. Hey, V, the one, how are you doing? Champion said, say it ain't so, Joe. Yeah, Joseph Fuller is on the moon. Hey, Savannah Glover, how you doing? Justin's mom says, but you're trying to have your own YouTube channel. Okay, greedy. Yeah. And if she, like I've been saying, if she had been smart, she would have reviewed the calls herself. Come on. You don't think that I wouldn't have been over there listening? Oh, yes, I would have.
Narrative to make it look like I'm just out for this dude and she's messy. And it's bad when you messing with the case. Do not mess with the case. I don't care all about the whole who's screwing who, mistress, girlfriend narrative. But when you messing with the case, that's a problem. That's a problem because you effing with somebody's freedom. That's all.
Hey, just me.
Okay, I was gonna try to pull up the phone call so we can
You mean to tell me Sylvia she
I was
been
trying to pull up the phone call.
she been looking for that
Phone call.
call all this
The
time?
one that I was concerned about. Just one second.
Yvette.
See, she can't be still or quiet. Terrible. Oops.
Oh, you didn't respond to why are all the bloggers not liking you? Said that's the reason because you got on the fence instead of team.
Social wife Melissa, how are you? She says, does Sonya not realize that there is no Sonya Nesto privilege? That's cute. What about when Sonya recorded the calls and tried to monetize her channel? Yeah, yeah. See what I'm talking about? Hey, let's talk about it all. Said, you wish that truth. You said it. You said it. You just made you just mad y'all got caught. Ray Del Lewis. Okay, you're speaking. Um, Savannah Glover, I don't know why I keep wanting to call you Glover. Clover says, "Thank God she's playing on the phone calls. We now know how dumb and dumber speak and the lies they spew. And the more information that comes out, the more we know. That's why, I like going back to old stuff to look at it because there's so much more that we know now that we didn't know at the time, and it makes this like so much more relevant. Plus it'd be nice if Will Wooten knew about some of this stuff. um I saw a comment I wanted to read. Okay, a lady says if this bitch wants certain calls to be played, she needs to play them. Right, when she had her own channel, did she do it? No, she didn't. Come on, Sonya.
Everybody did it, and she's this and he's that.
I can't tell you why people mad at me. All I can tell
They
you
never
why.
had the actual adult conversation to say, we don't like you anymore, or we can't believe you did this. Or like, that's an adult thing to do if y'all were supposed to be like
Girl, bye.
blogger cool, I'm
I'm a
confused about how that transpired. Like, just like how I was confused about how mean they were trying to be. And then they would try to use that narrative, oh, because you're messing with a married man. And it's like, how do I mess with a married man when he's in jail and I'm home? And I've always only been phone buddies with the dude. And even if I was, you know, screwing him or whatever the case may be, that's no one's business but the people involved, which would be 3 people. That's
okay.
it.
Let me hold on a
Not the
second.
world.
Let me play this for us, a few minutes of this. Okay. Hold on a
Okay,
second.
bye.
Why she's
They used to live together in Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Why
Let's go
don't
back.
you listen to it and then tell me what you hear? Because I don't like listening to my voice.
No, I gotta go look.
Hold on.
Because it's actually me talking about what your blog was about.
Hold on.
Going on.
y'all, Shay B says her concern is why the likes at what's up with the likes? Why the likes not liking? That's what Shay B want to know. But I'm not gonna be like Sylvia and stop the live until you get the likes up. I ain't doing that because that's just downright ignorant. Hey, Mai Tai, how you doing? Petty Patty says Sonya sits in that apartment and talks to herself. I believe it. Latita says, we don't like you anymore is not an adult conversation. No, it isn't. I mean, I don't like you because I ain't talking to you. I'm not picking up the phone. Southside Chi-Town says they weren't friends. They don't owe her nothing. Exactly. And Tallulah Mylou says, what does a nasty bald bird know about adults? Sunflower Baby TT says she talks so much yet hates the sound of her own voice. Isn't that ironic? She is so contrary and severely lacks self awareness. And Latita said that wasn't directed to Legacy, that was directed to Sonya. IS is trying to play a call and she's running her yap. I didn't know anything. I don't know if I said something that got confusing. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't think you said anything wrong. Um, Lisa Glaze, hey, says first off, they are YouTube content creators. We are not owed why someone don't F with you. Okay. Joseph Bullard said, I bet olive oil and Willie B talk in their sleep. Can't nobody in the house get no rest?
A blogger went on last night for 3 hours.
Okay, you said a blog going on last night for 3 hours, which I
Hey, Deborah C. and Shelly C.
guess you're talking about me, which is me.
Mhm. That time I am talking about you.
Okay. Hold
Your case.
And what you talked about on your blog.
on. Okay.
All of that stuff was breaking it down. And
Okay. You said I was breaking it down and
trying to like all of that. All the issues, everything that's wrong with it. And then people was like, damn, he innocent.
No, they weren't.
Right. He didn't do that. She broke out all of that stuff. I text your investigator guy and told him he need to watch the video because it's exposing the girl, who made the allegations, lies. She talked about her background. She talked about her case that with that girl. She talked about.
Even though we watched the video the other day, you heard her sitting on the phone. Now, this call Sylvia's playing, you heard her say she talked about the girl and her background. Okay, you heard, not only did we hear it for ourselves, because I showed it to y'all, you hear her telling us though that, so she must have watched the same live as a matter of fact, but Sylvia tried to backtrack. See, everybody's trying to act like none of this stuff happened.
So that girl that beat her up with the car or whatever, they used to live together in Tennessee.
Why are they talking about this? Why is she discussing it with this man who is not to have any contact or dealings with this woman? Why is he letting her tell him this, and why is she telling? She knows it's a no contact order. That no contact is directly and indirectly. So don't none of these two women right here on the screen who are in support of that man in jail have any business looking up and sharing anything about that victim.
You're lying. Yeah, she brought all that up. She even
Hate the way I be sounding sometimes. Ghetto.
And that's not sometimes, Sonya.
Ma'am, could I please listen to this? Let me finish listening to this, then you can talk. Hold on.
Jay investigating. Yeah. She that she lived with that girl in Tennessee. I don't know how she found that out.
Yeah, how'd you find that out, Sylvia?
Really, Yvette? Is it that bad?
She broke down the aunt. She broke down the mama. She broke down the daddy. She broke down the fact that case they tried to put on you on February 1st was the same day you was in court with Erica. So how could that be? The dates and stuff ain't adding up.
It could be because both things didn't happen at the same time. That's how it could be. That just really gets my goat. Every time I hear them talk about that as a victim, it just gets my, it gets my goat.
Break it down. They was like, now it's looking like she didn't do none of that stuff. They surely go back through the comments. The one thing she was like, I'm not commenting on that. She said, because I don't know. I can't speak on their relationship, but I'm just here to, report everything that I investigate. And it put out all these warrants was very questionable. And the fact that the other warrant, the other guy, how they said that he walked in saying his name was Ernest Williamson, like he didn't know him, and the guy used to work with him at the barbershop, but they trying to make this.
Okay. That statement right there, that did not come from me at all.
That wasn't on a thing? Then that's me.
Okay, because now you sound okay. Let me go ahead.
Don't, right. I don't have a good memory, but if you said you didn't say it, I'll own it.
No, I don't know nothing about. I don't know nothing about somebody walking into.
That's Calvin's case.
Now, I don't know if it's because, hey, Chocolate Drop, I don't know if it's because I've been like doing this stuff with the two of them. I'm not sure, but I swear I heard somebody say that. I don't know if it was Sonya I heard say it or Sylvia, but I did hear that. And somehow or another, I'm thinking it had to come because like last week I did like, I think 2 Sylvia videos, or 2 videos that she had something to do with. So I heard that exact thing that Sonya just said on the phone, and I do believe it came from Sylvia. Y'all might be able to remember because after a while it just runs together. For me, Latita said, not Sylvia trying to cover her ass. Yes, Sylvia trying to cover her ass. Dimples Wimple said, right, Latita.
The Calvin's case, remember? We talked about that.
Yeah, but you're saying I said that.
You mentioned it. Yeah, maybe you didn't. Maybe that's me running 2 conversations into one. I'm old. But go ahead.
Here's the thing. The thing is, people are assuming that what you're saying is what I said or I did. And that's where I have a problem with, because I know for a fact what I said, what I did, and what I didn't do. And so I'm like, okay, where did this come from? I didn't do that. I didn't say that. But let me go ahead and finish playing.
Right. I'm
this.
specifically talking about your live. So if it's not on the live, then you didn't say it.
I believe she said it. I
That's what I'm
believe
talking
it.
about. I'm specifically only talking about your live. That's it.
Okay, so the people need to go.
So Sonya says she was specifically talking about that live. We looked at that live. I don't think Sonya's, even though her mouth is reckless, I don't believe that she's being reckless on that one. I really don't. Let's talk about it all says when you get confronted by the audience, you threw Nasty under the bus. She got caught lying on IS2. Lied on Dre, just be lying to suit your narrative, huh, Bonitail? Rossi says she doesn't like her own voice. I know, isn't that something? Hey, Pen Pal, how you doing? That girl says Silverback was crazy to still deal with Sonya after she heard her tell Nesto what she said, but in reality, Sonya carried the bone to Nesto. Sonya's at fault. Just Me said, so is the case going to be on January 31st? Isn't there a 2-week break? I mean, aren't they supposed to come back in 2 weeks with the decision, the judge? I think I don't because I'm like watching 3 different cases. I don't want to mix no dates up. Dimples Wimple said, didn't someone say Sylvia and Sonya had been talking before all of this allegedly? When you say all of this allegedly, I don't know if you mean this. I know, like, I think that back when they were on, when everybody did Tasha K, I believe, I don't know for sure. This is my opinion. I believe that there was some communication between Sonya and Sylvia back then. I can't swear to it, but that's what I believe. Soul Power says Sonya is really looking like the shrunken head man in Beetlejuice on here. Oh. Hey, them folks, how you doing?
Go back and listen to my live.
Listen to the live. That's it. Yeah. I'm specifically only talking about the live. I'm not talking about anything else other than the live.
Okay.
That's why I said she did a 3-hour live, and then I go on to talk about the live. That's it. And I said I didn't hear the first part of it, but I came in on the middle last part of it. But that's what I'm talking about, not a conversation.
PJ,
Okay.
with how it was, stated in the warrant. Why did they put the real actual dates down?
I said that in
and
my
the fact
live.
That when they do the warrant, they like how all your other warrants were so specific and this and the other. Why would they journalize something that they have the dates and the possession date was while you're in jail? That didn't make sense. They were supposed to put the true date that it came on your computer, which stating that it had to be older than the time that he possessed it, because he did buy it secondhand. He only had it 2 years before he went to jail.
Yeah, that's me coming in on that. On your
Okay, but what about that? The CP that was on the gold phone. Please answer the question, Sonya. Did you know about the gold phone, Sonya, with the CP? Hey, Antonio Anthony. Vic to the Veil says, looking back at it and thinking about the conversation I had with Sylvia after TK, I think she definitely had some communication with Sonya before the panel. Yeah, like I said, I can't prove it, but that's what I just putting things together. That's the way I see it. Petty Patty says, I think Sylvia reached out to Sonya's after Sonya interviewed on TK. Hey, yeah, that might be okay. So Sonya interviewed with Tasha K. You're saying, okay, so you're kind of saying that might have been like the same day or like right around that same time period. I see what you're saying. But I think that it was some dealings before. As a matter of fact, I have something. I'm gonna try to even now. I'm just going by things that I've looked at, but I've got some other things just popped in my head because of some other stuff that I've found on this lady's channel that I'm gonna go back and look at.
But you
So
didn't think a lot of the stuff
basically, you
you
were
didn't think to
commenting.
say. But that's me explaining when I said one thing, but then I cut in and I explain away on why. Like you may say two things, but then I'll cut in and give a backup. So it was kind of a split of what you said on your live and then some things that I kind of inserted. So it wasn't a whole thing of this is all what she said. It's me saying two little things and then I kind of elaborate on it with him is what it is.
Okay. See what the thing that gets me is because, and I guess it's because of dislike for me that when you make comments on the phone call
On the phone calls, that between me and him and the world now hears. But go ahead, they run with it.
but it's putting stuff that I know because I'm an open book. Let me tell you what I do. I'm an open book. Everything that they have heard, I've said it over on my live.
Mhm.
Nothing hidden. I've always said, even when I with the whole picture thing, I told them exactly what happened. You gave me a name. I went on the website, look at the name because it was some name that was being used, and I send you the picture to ask you, is this the person? Period. And it was
That was
nothing.
Okay. Where did Sonya get the name from? Where did she get the name from um to send to her? And this is the thing. You're supposed to be impartial, Sylvia. So why are you researching a victim? That's not being impartial. That is inserting yourself into the case. A lady just flat out says lie. Them folks says, what kind of friend puts you at the scene of the crime? And hey, let's talk about it all said lies, 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 lies. Okay, and add about 5 or 6 more lies onto that for me. Hey, 504, how are you doing? She says, imagine being an open book and dog 504. Just when I thought it was going to be a serious comment, she says, imagine being an open book and illiterate at the same time. Jesus Christ. Delicate Dell said, how would Boneytail be able to identify the picture? Right. And like I said, she gave Sylvia a name and then Sylvia looked it up. Why? Where did Sonya get the name from to give to Sylvia? See, that's what I'm saying. Pen Pal 50, did I speak to you?
right. And I said I don't need to see her, but you just wanted to verify was that the person.
Because you send me
But
a
I
name.
wouldn't know because I never saw her. You know what I'm saying? I never met anybody. So I wouldn't know if that I mean the name, yeah, the two names match, but the face, like I said,
Well, I guess
we
the
don't want to talk
name,
about them, but
I guess the
yeah.
name would
But
be on the
like I
report.
said, it was that and that was it. It wasn't anything for someone to feel some type of way just because I saw what somebody looked like. You know, again, I'm not involved in the case. I'm not a threat to nobody. He's been knowing these people for over 4 or 5 years. So he knows them, you know, completely. So it's not like he doesn't know what they look like type of shit. And I didn't describe what I saw, you know. I just said I saw it and that was that. But
Is she eating something or is she chewing gum? Whichever it is, I think it's rude. Hey, Lady Gemini. Um, hey, Reef. Oh, I already spoke to Reef and Muff's mom, I think. That girl says, in my opinion, Silverback went to Sonya because she wasn't getting the views she wanted. She started with collecting her own videos, which was a hot mess. But you know what though? There was interest. There were a lot of people interested in the case. when Sylvia first started, getting all the papers and things like that, from what I can see, just for me being nosy, there was a lot of interest. And she did. I don't know why she thought she could get something better if she switched, because people really were watching her for that content. So, I mean, I don't know. Them folks says Nesto, she sent it because they wanted her to help. And Sylvia went right along with it like a clown. I'll agree with that too. A lady says she's showing food in her mouth. she's shoving food in her mouth. A lady. Y'all know what? uh hey Etna, Addie, how you doing? I'm gonna put a lady's comments up there, and she's usually good, so I'm gonna give her one more chance before she is shoved off to the moon. Nesto's shackle shuffle walk of shame. She says she's Miss 504. That girl said rude whore eating and talking. Is she eating? Because I'm kind of looking at the comments and stuff like, is that food or gum? I want to know. Is that food or gum? Because it's just rude. It's just rude. Just me says Sonya, just a badass, right? Hey, let's talk about it. All says she's nervous eating. Ah, okay. Letitia said Sonya is dehydrated. She doesn't drink water, and that's why you hear her mouth clicking and smacking every time she says something. Well, I guess she probably doesn't have to drink a lot of water because she's 80% sea moss. And there's water in the sea, so it's just probably overflowing in her body. Them folks said she's not eating. Those are her Mr. Ed teeth. Look, I'm going to look at this. My Ty said it might be gummies. Soul Power said it's probably a burnt waffle. Black but not bitter says little pieces of Alfredo. Delicate Dell says a lady, it's not really a lady. Joseph Bullard says shoving that poly grip to hold them dentures. Oh my goodness gracious.
Like I said, for them to try to twist it like they do everything else and make something messy, that's a case. It's a real case, and that's what's so disrespectful with these reckless.
Okay.
Say that again, because I missed that.
No. I'm not. Let me finish playing it. Hold on a second.
I just feel like that's reckless on their part, because it's a natural case.
Here's my problem what I have. Okay. My problem I have, you have people on YouTube who is doing way more than I even could imagine. But it seems like the flashlight is on me. And why is that? The flashlight is shining on me.
Because it's 5 against 1.
One situation. One.
Mm-hmm.
For clarification. And I'm not understanding why they're saying that I send pictures of victims to you and things like that. It was a name you gave me, and I went and searched, saw it on IG, and I asked you, is this the person? Because it's a total different name from what was on the paperwork. Totally different name from what was on the paperwork.
That wasn't your place.
Right, and I said I didn't need to see her. I just told you the name, but I didn't need to see her because y'all do y'all thing, whatever it is y'all do. But you're not tied into the case, So, and again, it went nowhere. I deleted it. I saw it. I deleted it. So that's
what you say.
Like I said, the conversation should have never got out because it was a conversation about one of the people. So it should have just never got out. the girls should have been kind of conscious and just not play anything that speaks on them, even though it wasn't a threatening manner. No one was being, evil about.
Okay, let me I'm getting ready to dispose of that nonsense right there in a minute. But Black But Not Bitter says the flashlight. Do you mean the spotlight? They never get it right. Um, a lady says she does look like a giraffe today. Okay. Nestle Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame says she's thinking about using her nasty mouthpiece on Sylvia. Letitia says journalists can research, but they don't give what they find to the defendant's mistress. Thank you. That's the part she's not getting. That was wrong. Savannah Clover says Silverback, everything you touch, everything you get into turns to shit straight up. Look at all the cases she's been in, from R. Kelly to YSL to uh this Nesto case, and I don't know who she's looking to get into next. I really don't. There was some stuff I saw on her TikTok that I would show y'all, but they play, they play that. She plays music in hers, and I would have to do so much editing and stuff just to show it to you. But yeah, she's got a lot of stuff over there on TikTok. And, she really loves taking pictures with celebrities. And I'm convinced, if you find a celebrity and you say, oh, can you take a picture with me? If they're nice, they'll do it. Right. And I'm convinced that's what she does. I'm convinced that that's what Nesto does. So, a lady says, bitch is supposed to be a legal professional, doesn't know how jail calls work. A clown, a straight up clown. Miss Boogie Down says this is the non-animated version of Two Stupid Dogs, and what do we call female dogs? They are both throwing each other under the bus. How about it? And every chance that they get. Because this is not the only, there's been other things that I've done before where, it's just the back and forth throwing each other under the bus. Rossi says the fact that she considers herself a journalist is a shame. Well, hey, she done showed y'all her degrees. I don't know what you talking about, Rossi. Shay B says, duh, that's because everybody's hating on her. Scooby Snack says witness tampering, obstruction, and harassment. Those are words that I think need to be attached to both of these women right here. Soul Power says they really remind me of Ren and Stimpy. I can see it too.
About them or saying, oh, this, that, and the other. It was never that. Because I was smiling when I said it. And then we changed the subject. So I feel like they just finding anything to be reckless about. Any little thing, they want to be reckless about it. That's just what it is. You got, yours used to be your people or whatever. And I just feel like people say I never look at the camera. I just feel like they are just very reckless. Since day one, they've just been reckless. And I guess, being mean and being messy sells, but they got to look past the money and understand that these are people's lives, that, this is not a reality TV show. This is a real situation where it's affecting real people. Everybody that's involved, not just the 3, 4, 5 people involved, but their family members, loved ones, children, parents, whatever. And they need to keep it, light and stop, saying certain things. And they always say, oh, you say, you know what I say? I say, I believe him. That's what I say. I said that's a one-sided story. And there's nothing wrong with saying it's a one-sided story, because it is a one-sided story right now, because he said nothing and they have no evidence. So therefore it's a one-sided story.
Isn't it always a one-sided story when see she says that she's worked in the criminal justice system and with lawyers and with the Innocence program, not to be confused with the Innocence Project that we all know. She says this, but yet she doesn't understand. You know, police officers, they get people, right? You know, some complaints were made. They went and started doing an investigation and found out other things. The man already had warrants out from him, from California, from Henry County, all of this before this other stuff even happened. So what she doesn't realize is that while police, okay, they got some complaints, they were able to get him for this right now. He had to sit there while they completed their investigation on the other things that was going on, and she doesn't understand that that sort of thing. How are you doing, Barbarossa and allegedly in Harmon, as well as DMV 703? She says, keep your reckless mouth shut and it won't be recorded for the world to hear. Tallulah Malu says, I didn't realize Dollar Tree sold degrees. Gotta get me a few of them. Savannah Clover says she created her degrees from Kinko's with master's degrees and can't pass without a speech. Chocolate Drop says, so we're being reckless with y'all's recklessness. Make it make sense. That's right. Make that make sense. We being reckless with y'all's recklessness. I like that. Leo Lady says, IS and Sonya woo woo got it, got this, and you all are next for indictments. That girl says Sonya was really running her mouth with Nasty Nesto, and he didn't stop. And notice that one thing where she talked about seeing the victim's picture. I believe that that was a visit, if I can remember correctly. And they felt like they could talk. They thought it was safe because they didn't know that they were it was coming soon, that we was going to get that information as well. And then so they just left it to the text messages after they found that out. And oh, look at here. Letitia said, let's also keep in mind that IS has a private investigator's license, and those come with legal and ethical standards that she may be violating. She got to be more careful. She wouldn't, but she should. She won't, but she should. I never thought of that before. I am told that she does have a legal investigator's license. That she's a licensed investigator. I have heard that, but I want to see a job. I wouldn't like officially believed it until I saw like a letter from the well, no, not even a letter. I want to hear for an agency she worked for, unless she just was private and worked for herself. I don't know. B. Ann said, how did she know there was no evidence at the time? They were investigating and waiting before indicting. She didn't know anything. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Hey, let's talk about it all. Said the reckless is you and that mouth. We don't care about no money. Just because you've been under a rock and didn't know how things work, but in all actuality, you were never a paralegal, but just just a sleep with lawyer. Baptize that ass. How are you doing?
Story until evidence or a conversation from him, which he was never given the opportunity, comes out.
504 said that's not a license. It's a word template certificate. And 504, I couldn't agree more with you.
So that's what I do say. I say it's a one-sided story, and I don't feel like that's a direct, insult to them.
Okay, so before we continue, a lady says this scummy clown face cum box needs to get back under the desk. Bye. Who's up there? Go be up there with Joseph Bullard, Nesto Shackle, Shuffle Walker, shame a lady. You have won your free trip. Major's wife says Sonya is a big liar. She is choosing to ignore all the evidence, the fake money, the illegal properties and vehicles, the multiple women. She just doesn't care. Yeah, I wonder what she got to say about that money, that their money that they found. Shirley's divorce finally. Hey, hey, hey.
It's just, it is what it is, you know. Just like a parent, when the kids been fighting, they're gonna go to school like, I'm team my son, you know. And then before they even hear anything, it's just like, that's who I rock with. So, you know, until I see something different, I'm rocking with this team. You know, I'm not concerned about anything else until something comes and shows differently.
Okay, let me finish playing this. Hold on.
Are you gonna play the whole damn thing?
Don't you cuss. Hold on. I got some more. Hold on.
Hey, Houston Foodie.
Deirdre, listen. Oh my God, these people with this picture thing. Okay, Lord have mercy.
What are they worried about the picture for? It's gone. It's deleted. No one saw it but me. Who cares?
The point is, here's the thing. It's on IG.
It's a public. She's on the public. Right. She's on.
Blue check. Blue check is public. Y'all.
She's on.
It is really, really getting to me that these two people don't understand. Yes, it's a public platform. It's got a blue check. It's for the public to see. All social media is a public platform. And if you post at your own risk, because everybody who has access to social media can see it. But what these two dummies can't seem to understand is that you are in approximate oh my God, I'm tongue tying myself. You are in close contact with the defendant. So you speaking to the defendant as his girlfriend, friend, hoe, whatever you want to call yourself, you're speaking to him and you're talking about this victim. You are looking at this victim's picture. The way you are riding, being a ride or die for this man, how do we know you ain't going to go do something to the victim on behalf of this man? We see he's a manipulator and he manipulates women. So how do we know he can't manipulate you? Because you're not that bright anyway. How do we know that he can't manipulate you to going to do something with her? You don't understand that. You have Sylvia, who is going down to the jailhouse to visit this man. What was she going? Was she going once a month or once a week? I don't know. But she was doing that. She has no business looking at anything with any victim. Just like I am convinced, and I will say it, and I don't care who repeats it and goes back and tells her, I am convinced she knew that Shirley was going to be at that salon that day. All I'm saying is she's known for putting air tags on cars, allegedly. So, hey, how do I know that didn't happen? It's very fishy to me that she mysteriously ended up at that shop the same day Shirley was there. How that happened? That's just my opinion. That's what I say. So there goes that. Let me see. Let me look at these comments. Hey, let's talk about it. All said he also lied to her about him getting interviewed. She just found out, saying they didn't talk to him. He had a good talk with the police. He was saying all along that nobody ever talked to him, right? That's what he was saying. Shelly C said, H is not your kid, Sonya. Chocolate Drop said, look at her arms. She looks like one of the mummies from the Thriller video. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, now that she knows, Nesto did give her a statement. What's the excuse? Just like she knows about the gold phone, she knows about the money, she knows about all this. She knows, she was at the same hearing that we all watched. So I don't understand, why she is still in such great support of him. We have curfew enforcement here, and curfew enforcement says it's true. Sylvia does have a PI license. We got it from the same place. We are certified, bona fide, and solidified, solidified. Okay, curfew enforcement. Sonya's missing headlights. How you doing? She says she keeps moving her head like somebody's pulling on that crouched ass Party City ponytail. Soul Power says, "Don't you cuss unless you give me $500." You saying that in your Sylvia voice. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says, now you seem different and you're still stuck on stupid. I know. How about it? 504 says, cradle cap ass heifer. Houston Foodie said, Sylvia, why are you looking for the girls? For the girl is the point. She can't, they can't get that through their thick skulls. Natasha Razor Glam says, I hope the prosecutor heard this. And me too. I do too.
On a public thing, anybody could see it. Anybody could see it. And the thing of it is, it doesn't even matter. He knows what she looks like. I didn't send it to him. I didn't send it to anybody. No one else saw it. My eyes saw it and then it was deleted. That's it. It didn't go any further than that. So what are people? That's just what it is. They just try to find anything to be negative.
By the way, Mimi, I'm not convinced that Sylvia can multitask. And she'd been looking for that call for a minute to play. So she probably is only half listening to what is going on in the first place. B. Ann says, I agree. I think she knew Shirley Strawberry was there, and it gave her such a thrill and adrenaline rush like a child. It was so immature. And to want to interview, or thinking that, what's her name, Panay, would talk to her and, Sharon and having to, get them straight and whatnot. It's remarkable. Justin's mom said, my son, Justin, was cracking up when I told him we call Sylvia Slowrilla. Soul Power says maybe the prosecution can make it clear for them. And I sure hope they do. Shirley's divorce finally says lies, lies, lies. Just stop, Silva. Back inside hoe. Houston Foodie said, if it's nothing, why is Sonya so insistent she deleted it? Why delete it? You're lying. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Why is she insisting that she deleted it? Nola Girl says, I thought them going there was intrusive. I thought it was, I mean, why? Why go to the house, to Erica's house? Why do that? She calls them field trips. I call it stalking. That's what I call it. Delicadelle said, but he doesn't know them folks. Yeah, he don't know them folk. He don't know them folk. Rossi says, I think she saw on the Instagram that sis was getting her hair done when she did the field trip. That could have been how too. That could have been how, but I am convinced she knew that Shirley Strawberry was going to be there. Social wife Melissa says, so how do they know that the victim knew and lived with one of the 9 people who beat her up? Because Sylvia, Sylvia did a whole investigation. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, I guess this was one of those times Sonya didn't get any of Sylvia's pubic hair to fill out her edges.
About right
Blue
with it.
check. You did not see it on my website, or it's the blue check. She
got a blue check.
Wait a minute, Muffin 218. How is she blaming her chat for the field trips now? Hey, Attitude and Tylenol. She says it was weird, and I side eye anyone that's friends with Chuck Roast.
I went to look at the name that she gave me, and I said, "Is this the person?" And she said yes, and that was it. That was
No,
it.
I said that's the name. I couldn't say if that was a person because I've never seen her before. I never seen her before.
You went on the live with him, talking to him or whatever.
No, I said you sent me the picture of her. I saw what she looked like, but I didn't ask because I didn't. It wasn't for me. I didn't need to see her. That's why I said I didn't need to see her. I gave you the name, but I didn't need to see her.
Yeah, because you gave me a name that's not even on
Right.
paperwork.
I just gave you I gave you a name, but I didn't need to see her. But you showed me to say. But I guess you kind of thought I could. But I was like, no, I don't know what she looks like.
But
he's never talked about any of these people before he got arrested, so I couldn't say anything about anybody. And like I said, that was just half of the people he was talking to. He's talking to a lot of people, so I've never met anybody. Nobody.
Okay.
I met one person.
Let's not forget, do y'all remember the phone call where she was talking to Nesto and she, was talking about how she met some people who knew the victim and they said she was lying, and she said that, she made the whole thing up and Sonya was going to get them people to testify. Y'all remember that? A lady says, Wooten, are you getting all of this? I sure hope he is. I sure hope he is. And I hope he knows about this interview. Chocolate Drop said they can't even collaborate, right? Shut up. Soul Power says, so y'all discussing victims, huh? What for? Exactly.
One time, and that was after he was arrested.
That is all that happened with that picture. That's
it. Nothing happened with it. Yeah. You sent it, I deleted it. It never went anywhere else. And nobody even talked anything ill about it. We didn't, start going and describing it or anything.
How do we know? I don't know that.
You already saw it. That's
Male family member abruptly ended his.
I didn't have the IG names. Sonya.
Black but not bitter says they can't even stick to their own script. How about it? Shelly C said he didn't need to see her either. Nesto knows what she looks like too. So what was the point then? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Shirley's Divorce finally said, Sonya, how did you know her name? Both of y'all are lying. Get your story straight. That's what I'm saying. The stories aren't even matching. Ray Della Lewis says both of them are backpedaling and pussy popping.
Gave me a name and I went and I searched for the name, which was not the name on the
case.
On the case. It was
not the name on the case.
Whatever.
An actress name, and I'm like, that's not the person on the thing. So but anyway, in life it goes like this. If someone keeps lying, then you question what else do they do or say. Okay, but let me finish playing some of this.
Okay, see.
I'm just trying to clarify. I just want clarity because these people will just, and I know it probably won't make a difference anyway, so I just wanted to give a little bit of clarity or something.
Not, because the audience is mainly negative. That's just what it is. They're looking for something to beef about or have a problem with. That's just what it is. You'd be surprised all the little petty comments I get about stuff that's just so high school. And I say that a lot because I get it a lot. And it's crazy. But the biggest thing is this is, you know,
Hey,
you need to
Dave
stop calling
Vickers.
him racist. I lost my train of thought. Go ahead, girl. I'm old. Ah,
Hold on. Let me play this.
Trump 24. Trump 24.
Whole thing, I just came in on the last hour and a half of it because she was on till like 1:30 in the morning. Who's looking at shit that long? Listen, they are. She had 3,000 views by this morning. I'm playing. No, and then the Judge Manning watches her channel. What? Yep. Judge Manning. She had an interview with Judge Manning, but Judge Manning watches her show.
See, you said she had an interview.
She has an interview. I said she has an interview. I didn't say she had. I said she had.
Oh, you said she had. Oh, you said she had. Hold on.
It don't matter what she said. It don't matter what she said, Sylvia. You was lying in the first place. You ain't never had, until I hear Judge Manning say she was gonna do an interview with you and cancel. I don't believe it.
Let me rewind this a little bit. You said she had an interview with Judge Manning. Hold on.
What? Judge Manning. She had an interview with Judge Manning, but Judge Manning watches
You
her
said
show.
she had an interview with Judge Manning.
You did have an interview. It was canceled. You were okay. So I'm sorry, I misspoke. You were scheduled to have an interview with her.
It's just really cute the way, this cleanup job, this bad cleanup job that they are doing now. Who is that? Them folks said this is the Frenemies show, where Joseph Bullard said this is the Two Stooges. A lady says these clowns are taking Pick Me to an entirely different level. It's a whole new level. It's a level that we've never seen before of Pick Me. It's a level so far, it's up there past where I send people after, they get kicked off the moon. Attitude and Tylenol, thank you so much for the super sticker. She says they both look a hot mess. Sonya looks coffin ready, and IS looks like she ate her husband for dinner and not in a good way. Oh. All right, Attitude and Tylenol. Tamara says this is a mess. That girl says, yeah, Silverback, it will make a difference. You two weirdos stalked the victim and her family. It doesn't matter that it was by social media. It doesn't matter. Joseph Bullard said, ladies, when did we start calling Joseph Bullard says, ladies, when did we start calling a swinging dildo a ponytail? Beanne says, Manning isn't watching her channel and she's lying about the interview. What judge will interview with her and what? Just lying. Exactly. Like Judge Manning, she's been before Judge Manning as a defendant. She, Judge Manning is not going. No, that's a conflict of interest. Just like was telling people about some conversation and something about talking to Judge Manning about something, and so I'm like, okay, so now you're saying Judge Manning's having ex parte conversations with you about a case? Are you serious, Sylvia? Okay. Hey, Miss Red. Miss Red said, please hit the like button. And so has Soul Power. Hey, let's talk about it all said, shut up. You are such a liar. Well, which one? Because that applies to both of them. She says that's why she keeps trying to talk out in front of her, because she knows something's coming out in a second. Then she tried to backpedal. That's what this is called. This is called the backpedaling and pussy popping show. That's what this is called. This is called. Southside Chi-Town said she was pumping Silver back up to Nesto, trying to make her sound important. I honestly think Sonya thinks that the woman is important. She doesn't know that she really isn't.
Just like you was to have one with Dre as well, but they never came into fruition. Is that better? I'm talking to
Dre,
him,
no, it ain't
but
better.
everybody's in the conversation, and it's screwed up that I need to clarify to strangers what I'm talking about. But you did not have the interview, but you did tell me you were scheduled to have one, and then you told me it was canceled. So I didn't get.
I'm sorry, strangers out there in YouTube land. Did anybody, oh, let's just go with this chat. Did anybody in this chat ever ask this woman to clarify anything? I don't, I didn't. I don't care what she clarifies. I just know what I hear.
To have that conversation with him, or maybe I did. I don't know. They only play, half of a conversation anyway. So who's to say?
That on my channel that I can't. It was canceled.
But you know what? It's whatever you say, girl. That's all. I don't care.
Lord.
It's whatever you say. This is your world. This is your world.
I said I was interviewing and it was canceled.
It was canceled. You didn't have it. You didn't have it.
Something's wrong with some of these people.
They don't listen, girl. They don't. Trust me. They don't listen. They hear what they want to hear, or they read the headlines and then they read the comments and then they run with it.
That's what you do.
That's
Sonya.
A lot of it.
Not us.
That's the thing of it is, but you cannot do. And I say the thing of it is a lot. That's my thing, I guess, right? You're not going to get across to everyone to think like you think. That's just what it's not going to happen. People are very different. Like I said to you, remember I told you the house situation? If I tell 20 people to stand in front of a house, you're going to have, and I say nothing, you're going to have 20 different versions of what's right, what's wrong with the house. But if I sit there and put a big banner across the house and say, this house is going to fall in 3 weeks because of this, that, and the other. Now there's a narrative and they're going to run with that more than just looking at it for themselves to say, a lot of people don't, when it's not their life, they don't put too much thought into it at all. And I get that because we do the same thing. You think about somebody's life outside of yours, you don't put much thought into it because it's not your life. So people will hear something or think of something and just run with it because it doesn't affect them either way. And whatever mood or whatever type of person they are, they're closed-minded, independent thinker, open-minded, whatever the case, that's what you're going to get out of it. You got some people, because I have a long list of people that are on my Instagram from this situation that are very supportive. Those are open-minded people. Those are self-thinkers. Then you got people that just run with the hate, who follow what the bloggers say, think this is the whole story, like me and him talk openly on these phone calls and all our business is so transparent on these calls that they just know everything that's going on, even though we know the calls are recorded. But they just, so you.
Lady Gemini says she's just a damn liar and didn't know she was going to get caught. And I'm convinced she does a lot of things that she doesn't know she's going to get caught in. Muffin 218 says, yes, Sylvia did say the interview with Dre was canceled. I remember that too. Yeah, she said it was canceled, but here's the thing. It wasn't never scheduled because Dre never told her that he was going to interview with her. Never told her that. Southside Chi-Town said, no, we knew she was lying. Let's see. A lady and somebody else had a comment I wanted to read. I think it was a lady says, this is how liars compromise. And then Soul Power followed up and said, they take no accountability for their BS. They just deflect and project. And that's exactly what they do. Mai Tai said, let's see if she starts slurring her words. Black but not bitter said, Sonya in those glasses remind me of the character from the PJs, eyes as big as saucers. Joseph Bullard said Nesto's goose is cooked with these two crackpots on the case. Yeah, them two crackpots. Southside Chi-Town said this bitch got a story for everything. Leo Lady said, yes, Sonya, you didn't put any thought into this BS. Savannah Clover says they are both dense with a bird brain. And Mimi says, why are they so interested in explaining? We don't care. Yes, that with the explanations and trying to convince us that we didn't hear what we know we heard.
You're never going to get 100% down the line. Don't even try it. You're going to blow your mind trying to do something like that. Say what you got to say and let that be that. That's all you can do. And whoever get it. And whoever don't, because some people aren't going to get it. No matter what you say, they'll never get it. They're going to keep thinking of what they want to think. They're going to keep running with whatever narrative it is that they have.
Lord have mercy. I'm trying not to read these comments, but
don't read them. Well, as long as it ain't about him, you can read it as long as it's not about him, because we're not talking about him.
No. One comment, somebody said, Sylvia, you said you never gave Sonya anything. Go watch my video, what I said, because for some strange reason, people don't have some sense of thinking. In my
because it's not their life.
The email that Sonya sent me the thing, and I said that I verified the picture with her. That's what I said. I don't understand these people, Lord.
But why?
Jesus. It's not gonna get there. I'm not.
Did they get on that other blogger that put the other victim and her business and pictures all over the place and put it on her page?
What
happened?
The other blogger that put one of the girls' picture and face all over her page and spoke on her.
Oh, the other lady, the one.
Did they talk about her? Because she's a victim too.
No, it's okay. They could.
Because she's a victim too. Let y'all say it. She's one of the people that's saying he did something to her, and that girl put her whole business out on her page. What's up with that?
Sonya, hold on.
What are they talking about? Are they talking about I Am Hazel? What are they this is from March of 20 are they talking about Hazel here? Because first of all, I Am Hazel had already been on YouTube. This was a story time that she had done, and I don't even think had the case. I think at the time she did the video, I don't even believe that the case had even gotten to where it had gotten. But is that who they're talking about? Because I don't know who they're talking about. Somebody please tell me if because I really don't understand what content creator they're talking about right now.
Randa said, hold on. She said, stop talking until these people hit the like button.
That bullshit again.
I'll be strong arming them likes. You better like this shit.
Yeah, strong arming likes. That's exactly what that is. And so her mods tell her, stop talking till the lights get up. Come on. That's insulting the intelligence and not being considerate of the people who took the time to click on your video and listen to you. It's an insult to just hold up everything until they get the likes up. What everybody should have done was left up out of that piece. That's what they should have done.
There go your mouth, lady.
If they don't start liking, I'm gonna start cussing.
Oh, don't you dare start cussing on my chat. What is wrong with you?
I've been good so far.
Hindering me if you cuss. Don't you dare start cussing. I'm gonna drop you.
I'm about to block this one chick. She just be I think she a blogger because I don't be on there watching everybody, and it's so me them little wannabe bloggers that be trying to talk about this.
Hold on. Speaking of bloggers, I saw something today.
Ooh.
I saw something today, and what I saw is IG. Oh, hold on. I'm not saying anything. Let me just finish. Brenda, what is it looking like? Because I have to ask Sonya this question.
Don't ask me no questions. I'll tell you some lies. No.
You already said you lie already. You
I
lie.
lie all the time. Look, I'm telling, and you know what? It don't matter. I'm not in court, so I don't have to tell no truths because it ain't none of nobody's business what goes on in my life. But I just have a problem with the girl releasing certain conversations. She needs to stop that. She needs to stop two things. She needs to stop releasing anything on SS, the radio girl, and they need to stop releasing any type of conversations.
The radio girl. Is she referring to Shirley as the radio girl? But anyway, I Am Hazel told her own. She told that story, and she told it 11 months ago. I think this is the right video that I have. But she told that story on her own channel because she is a content creator and has been a content creator. She told her own story on there. Okay. So I don't know what she's talking about unless she's referring to a different content creator wanting to know. I, I don't know what somebody. Let me see. Let me look at these comments. No, and talk. They can. You think, okay, and I saw a lady's comment. Do you think she was talking about Nyla posting I Am Hazel's story? Because we can do that. And we could, I mean, per the Fair Use Act, even though I'm sure I Am Hazel didn't mind. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I might have posted her story too. I can't remember, but anyway. Somebody made a comment that Shelly C says such disrespect. Such disrespect. A lady says, Wooten, we need you to make an example out of these pick-me slores everywhere. Muffin 218 said Hazel was not even on the witness list. She hadn't decided if she was going to the police yet. Yeah, she was just telling something about something that happened in her life. That girl said it was another girl also, but she told her own story as well on Nyla's. And I'm going to tell you, before those two stories came out, there was a story before that. Before, I think 6 months before I Am Hazel's story and the Nova Savannah story, there was someone else who came out with a story. And ironically, all of those stories were similar. And the things that they said, if you just listen to them all, I have one of them on my page. But Vic to the Veil says, does she not realize that Nesto may have many, many, many more accusers to embarrass, to come forward? Right. And that's the thing. We don't know how many people this was done to, that he's victimized, because I'm sure it was a plenty. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, bitch, you low down slut puppy. Go. Oh my. I was about to say Jackson Tabasco. I don't know why she popped into my head, because Jackson Tabasco is usually good. But yeah. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. And I know hearing this has pissed you off, but we have to move you from the moon. We've got to take you and put you out in galaxies unknown.
That we talk about the case that needs never to be released.
Randa said, don't talk. I'm going to mute you.
That's okay. I'll talk to Yvette. We are the best at everything given the chance.
I don't believe this.
Don't. They got 15 minutes, girl. I'm off at 10. I didn't charge my phone.
Okay, we're about to get off in a minute anyway.
Yeah, right.
Calls are record.
So you see this young Miami accused in court documents of you going to hell.
See, so we sitting here waiting
I'm trying not to move
for
my
the
hands too,
lights to
because
go
somebody
up.
said I move my hands too much when I talk.
Have you been diagnosed?
I'm bipolar, schizophrenic, whatever you
Y'all-
want to call me. No, I just get triggered because I was listening to that one call and I was going in. Was not proud of that, but
I thought she said she didn't. Which is it? I can't keep up. Um. Okay, Southside. She says put it on 1.5. Black but not bitter says 3 snaps in a Z formation for the graphics at Legacy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Muffin 218 says she doesn't hang up on Silverback. No, I'm gonna tell you who she hangs up on. She hangs up on Vic to the Veil. We're gonna see that in part 2. But I just don't
you know,
believe
when they
this.
start talking that mess, I just be like, what? What did they say? And it's only the court comments. I don't care about the.
Houston Foodie said, what call was she not proud of? Yeah, I don't know. Soul Power said, not Sylvia asking her if she's been diagnosed. I know how about it. Chocolate Drop said, Silverbacks, you might want to get checked your damn self. Victor the Veil says, Sonya is just like the rest of us and listens to all the calls and commentary. Yeah, but she never knows what's going on, right? I mean, she always knows what's going on, but she don't listen.
Sad chick stuff, though, you know. Ooh, those are cute.
You're all over the place. You know that, right?
You told me not to talk, so I was trying to. I'm on Instagram looking at shoes.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute you while you looking at your
That's cool. Go ahead.
Delicate Dell, we don't serve food on them flights.
We don't have 150? Okay, then we don't need to be talking.
Yes, them folks. Sylvia is childlike. Yes, I will agree with that. Del Sol says she never met a consonant.
Okay, let's unmute.
Has not
because we're about to get off in a minute.
Oh, she's interrupting my talking. Let me read that again. Del Sol said she's never met a consonant she has not butchered. Yes, I'm late, but Legacy Moon, I am hollering. I appreciate you being here. Hey, D-Dub, how are you doing?
Anyway, so. But I do have one question. I got
Y'all
one question.
Just get along. Oh my God, he is fine.
Hold on, I got one question. Sylvia has to mute that rambling. Okay, I got one question. Girl, your mouth.
I thought you muted me. I thought you muted me.
Unmuted.
I'm here. Okay. Hey, Yvette.
Yvette's in there?
I love Yvette. That's my bestie. Because that's my best friend.
I don't see her. Where's she at?
Yeah, but you muted yourself. You were supposed to be on with me, my darling.
Okay, listen. As I was saying, there was one. Hey, Yvette. One of the things that I saw today on YouTube, and it had to do with IG, Nesto's IG.
Who's what?
Nesto's IG, his channel. Hold on. I'm gonna try to pull it up. I want to know, did you have something to do with this?
I don't go on his page. Do it what?
Hold on. Let me.
You know what? Did y'all see her face when she said the word IG? Did y'all see what happened with Sonya's face. She made a little bit of a frowny face. Oh, I forgot to speed that up for you. I'll do that, Southside Chi-Town. But before I do, 501. So while Nestor's shackle shuffle walk of shame floats out in space, we have sent 504 to the moon. Southside Chi-Town said Silverback scared to talk. Randa told her to stop talking. That's right, and you know she has to do everything that Randall, her goon squad, I call them. You know, she has to do whatever they say.
See, let me hold on. Let me put it up. Hold on.
What's going
Okay.
on?
All right. Okay, here it is. Hold on.
Oh, shit. Everything closes at 10 o'clock.
Okay, his chat.
All right.
You have something to do with this? You see this right here? You see that? It says account is private, and I'm
No.
not in it. It kicked me out. Why? Who did this?
Mine said the same thing.
See how she lie? Do you see how she lie? She know good and well she did that, and it's been verified that she did that from her own basically mouth. Wasn't that in the text messages? But we knew she did it in the first place. I mean, you know.
Where's yours?
Right there.
So who kicked you out?
I never was. I never followed him ever. I never followed him. I never followed Nestor.
She may not have ever followed him, but she was on his Instagram all the time.
So who did this?
I never followed him. I never liked any of his pictures. I never did any of that stuff. I'm not that nosy person people be thinking. I'm not that typical chick. I don't be on his page. The only time I go on his page is when he asks me to. And when he asks me to, if you listen to the calls, I'd be like, I don't want to go on your page.
You know why? Because she didn't want to see Shirley Strawberry. That's why she was jealous.
So I don't go on his page.
Okay. So you don't have anything to do with that. What happened this
Lie town.
He can't block from jail. You stupid, you bet.
Yes,
He got a hold to a phone. He got a hold to a phone. I don't know. I don't know. I have nothing to do with his page. I don't go on there. The couple times I went on there to send him pictures, and he hasn't asked for a picture in a minute. So
Y'all, can y'all believe the lies? Soul Power says she hated seeing Nesto and Shirley happy together on his IG. Yes, she sure did. Mai Tai said you just got his code and changed the stuff. I believe it's all deleted now. But that's okay. Will Wooten has it. A lady says lies. You go to jail, you stalker. Southside Chi-Town says she stalked Shirley Strawberry's page. Yes, she did. Remember, he had asked her to go on there to retrieve that picture of the cake. How you doing, Aqua Queen? Chocolate Drop says she followed him to the gas station bathroom and to the back of the RV. Let's see. Liar. Everybody says liar. Natasha Razor Glam says she's not a typical chick. She's an old raggedy pigeon. Black but not bitter said just told on herself. She knows how to access his page. I know, right? I mean, but she knows we're gonna see all this stuff. I don't know why she's telling these lies. Allegedly, in Harmon says that they're gonna turn Nesto's cell up looking for a phone. And why is she acting like you can't get phones in jail? People use phones all the time in jail. Talks with TK says lies. Didn't she print pictures out and spread them all over her house like a true stalker? I don't know if she did. I know she's got one on the refrigerator. She got one by her bed. Miss Boogie Down says this lion stalker stayed on that ninja's page trying to get a lick. Stop it. D Dub said she stayed on it, envying his lifestyle and admiring his brush waves. Brush waves.
I can't tell you. I'm not a follower. So if you blocked, I'm definitely blocked because I was never. Maybe he blocked y'all. All right, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I don't know. I don't concern myself with his page.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that person. I don't concern myself with nobody's page but my own. That's it. That's the only page I'm worried about is mine. And not really that much. So I don't know, girl.
Hey, clutching my pearls.
Well,
somebody did text me and said something. This girl texted me and said, hey, did you make Nestle's page private? And then did these laughy pictures or whatever. And I said, no.
No, you didn't. So, question.
They was fighting in front of the courthouse. Yeah, go ahead. But
I have a
no.
question.
And we always ask me no Nestle questions. So go ahead. But that's fine.
Ask you no Nestle question. I was
His
about to ask.
page is a Nestle question, but no, I haven't. I guess that's since that's some late breaking situation. No, I haven't. I don't have anything to do with his page at all.
See how effortlessly she lied. Effortlessly. Hey, I Vibes. Shay B says, scratch a lie, you'll find a thief. A lady says, caught in another lie. Soul Power said, is Nesto down on one wife now? Is it one or two? Is it one or two? I'm thinking it's two, but I could be wrong. Delicate Dell said, but he's your friend and you don't follow him. How about it? He's your best friend. He's your best friend. Clutching My Pearl says, so pretentious. And Simple Sally Hayes says, you a stalker, Sonya. You will never be as classy as Shirley. And you sticking beside that gutter rat will not end well. I don't think it'll end well for either of these two ladies. And Aqua Queen said, girl, bye. She stayed on his IG stalking. Hell, she was even on Shirley's IG stalking her. All angry that she could never have as much class or be as fashionable.
Okay, someone asked, are you still visiting him?
Am I still who?
Visiting him.
Hey, Angel Hair.
Am I still? No, I haven't visited him. I haven't seen him since January.
Are you going to visit him?
I'm not going to go visit Nesto.
Yeah.
If I visit Nesto, you will be the first person to know.
Okay. Have you been talking to him?
You will break the story.
Okay. Have you talked to him?
I have talked to Nesto.
When's the last time you talked to him?
A friend of his wanted to talk to him. So he talked to him yesterday. I didn't talk to him. I just let him talk to him. And then I had to do something was that last week? Last week, Friday, concerning his case that he needed. So I did. Well, he talked to the banker. I was just there. I wasn't on the phone with him. It wasn't no, hey, how you doing? It was just, here's the banker conversation. So
is more you friends with him back again?
I would say what it is I understand that no one, and this comes from, see, you talking about Nesto, girl.
I want to ask you more questions.
I'm gonna say this. When after the live I did, me and Yvette, 2 weeks ago, a lot of people reached out. my thing is, I kind of listen to men more than women because I just feel like men have a better mindset than women when it comes to anything in life, not just boy-girl situations. And so a lot of guys reached out to me and made some, and some women too. It was some women as well, and said, you know, this one girl said, I wouldn't ish how I'm going to, you know, just leave him. He, you know, he ain't got nobody. And I was like, I hear you. But this guy, you know, he gave a really good point. And then my brother said, you know, when you hang and deal with people, sometimes they say things about you. I got my, you know, my men kind of take light of things, where so women kind of marinate and get hurt and just run with it and get all of.
So is she trying to explain to us the reason why she started back, why she wasn't mad at him anymore? Because she talked to a lot of guys, and I guess they encouraged her to, you know, go back to being friends and go back and support him. Is this the load of bull she's trying to give us? And let's not forget, we heard that call where she apologized to him for getting mad at him because he talked about her.
Emotional about it, where a man would just be like, whatever, you know. And so my thing is not to leave him for dead, but understand what I'm dealing with. That's what I said. Because there's some things that popped up in the last 2 weeks that's really leaning towards what he said.
Blah blah blah. Let's talk about it all says, there she goes making excuses after Nestle talked about her. Right, dumb. And D-Dub says, made a very good point. She says, does she think that anyone is interested in her aside from her relationship with Ernest? Thank you, D-Dub. Exactly. Who cares? Them folks said that's how she got that subpoena. Angel Hair said, but that YouTube man gonna tear her her little dumbass up. Hey, remember when she was just saying, like earlier on in this interview, she was talking about she says some old dude. I wonder was she talking about Dennis? That just kind of came to my mind. Hey, facts to feathers. Facts to feather, how are you doing? She says, basically, you better go back in that room and don't come out without my money. That girl says the pitiful part is Sonya knows if Nesto gets time, he will eventually scam women from prison. He will never be faithful. Nesto's going to get money by hook or crook. And do you know, there are a lot of women out there who are just ready to be picked by these men from prison. It's called what? Holding them down, And there's a lot of women who are really interested in being in a situation like that. Southside Chi-Town said, yes, Dennis. Angel Hair 62 says she's going to rethink her life decisions. And Black But Not Bitter says, I warned one of the guys she claims to be friends with, Lil G, to watch out and excuse me, I'm sorry, and leave her alone. I hope he listened. Alicia Philly Girl says, hey family, a little late as always, packing for my trip to Dallas. I wish you safe travels on your trip to Dallas.
To be true, which is he ain't do it. So, and
Okay.
I have asked certain people to do what's needed to get the proof, and they said no. They said they wouldn't do it, and he can't do it because he's in jail. And so in all good conscience, I said, you know what, I'll do it. I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm bothered by what was said, but
we'll Wooten. Did you hear that? There are people out there who could help get the truth for Nesto. He can get the truth if they would just let him out. But since they won't let him out, the people out there can get the truth for him. But they're not willing to do so. So she's got to do it. She's got to get the truth. She's got to take care of her man. She's got to do all of the things, okay? Because nobody else can do it. Forget the fact that he has attorneys. Forget the fact that the attorneys have investigators. Forget all of that. It's her. She's got to save the man and the world.
It's not worth him getting, fucked over by the court system. So, that's a bigger thing than what he said. And that I feel, because I would, for a minute, Dougie, I would help anybody, whether I know the person or not, as long as I feel like they're getting railroaded or they're getting mistreated by the court system and lied on by the court system.
Hey, Ebony.
So it's not so much of a him situation as far as like, me and him, but it's more so I already invested a lot of time, and it would be very reckless for me to just say, because you said that little thing, that I'ma just, and then what if he goes to jail behind lack of help? That's something that I would have to live with.
Okay.
And again, like I said, he doesn't deserve to go to jail if he didn't do it. And I'm not the type of person just like the Diddy thing. I just look at it like, let's see what happens. Even though you got 15 people saying he did this, he did this, he did that, and they got pictures. I'm like, let's see how it play out. I'm not going to sit here and convict somebody until all evidence is out. That's just how I move. So I try to be open-minded, because I don't know. I'm not involved. I don't know that person. So
How dumb are you, Sonya? The evidence on Diddy was out way before the courts even had a case on him. We've been knowing about Diddy for years. Come on, Sonya. Really?
not going to say, just because everybody said he's this and the other, it ain't for me to insert, negativity on somebody's life.
So in short term, yes, you're back talking to him. When you went all
Not
around.
really. I only talk to him when I need him to talk to somebody, as far as the stuff that I gotta get, because it's in his name. So other than that, no, I don't talk to him. I talk to him when I have to help, when I need his help with getting his stuff. That's when I talk to him. So far. But yeah.
Do I feel like I got anywhere with this? Nah. Like,
I just want in all thing, and not talking about that anymore, but I say for your situation, I feel like you and the 4-5 people that you have a direct beef with, y'all need to get on a panel. Y'all need to have a discussion. Y'all need to have a discussion as to why they have so much hate for you. They need to say it out loud. What, how did y'all go from, the 4-panel people to we don't like her, she's this, she's that? Like, I'm so confused about all of that. And it can't be because they think you hanging with me.
Okay, she says we are listening to their phone calls, we're being nosy, we are all of these things. How many times in this interview that we've been listening to has she asked Sylvia that question? And how many times does she keep bringing up Sylvia's fallout with the other content creators? She keeps bringing it up. Nobody else is bringing that up. She's bringing it up.
They don't even know me. They don't even have a justified beef with me, because they came out talking about me.
I don't want to know you.
Months before I even came out on YouTube, they were talking about I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. Just going in, and they're not a part of none of this. They don't know any people involved with this situation, yet and still they keep inserting so much hate. And then the minute I say something, oh shit, hey, I can defend myself. I can say whatever, just like you saying stuff, I can say stuff, you know.
Mhm.
Talks with TK said something that I think is very important. She says, these women are so dangerous to little girls and other women. And I concur with that statement. I agree. I approve that message because women like her are dangerous to their own daughters. Their own daughters.
There, I'm solo. I'm very solo.
No. I know it's
Okay.
not no love loss or no sleep, but I'm sure people want to know because there's a lot of nosy people out there. What happened? Because I'm nosy on that one. What's the breakdown? I want somebody to say it out loud. What
Let me tell you, I
exactly
really don't know.
you did to them? Why they all can't stand you, or so it seems on how they talk about you.
I never
And I
could.
haven't heard the videos. Again, I just look at the headlines, and then you have said some things briefly, not going too much into it, that they said this, that, and the other. And it just baffles me. Because growing up, my mom never spoke ill of women. She was never that type of woman that gossiped around the house, or, I never heard that growing up. And so it's weird to me the way women, and I have only went through it my last year in high school. I didn't go through it through the earlier years in high school, but my last year in high
Her mother never gossiped about other women. She never down talked any women and all of this stuff. But yet all we hear this woman right here do is degrade women. The way with the comments, she doesn't even respect them enough to call them women. She refers to them as girls, and that not in a, oh, that's my girl type of way. No, she refers to them girls. She calls Shirley Strawberry a girl. So I don't see where she has any type of respect for women.
school was, I say, the messiest year. And I just vowed once I left high school that I just was not dealing with females. I deal with two since seventh grade, but I just said I just stay away from females because of that, all of that drama that transpired. But it was something that I just was like, that's weird to me because my mom never did that. She wasn't that chick that sat in the house and she just was never that person at all.
Okay, but from what you told us, your mother was running around on your father and your father was running around on your mother. So the things you're saying about her is not impressive just because you're telling me you didn't hear her speak about other women. Maybe she wasn't home long enough to do it. A lady says her own sister a lady says her own sister gossiped to the police about her. How about it? Gossip and took her right to court. Chocolate Drop said, you never heard your mom because she wasn't there. Thank you. Facts to Feather says that's because she's a zesty little dude. D Dub said her mother also left them to be raised by her father. Talks with TK says mom was busy getting the fuck out of there. um, I skipped some. Oh, um, Soul Power said or females. Houston Foodie says, Sonya, did they beat your arse that bad in high school? Aqua Queen said she got involved with Nesto's business and troubles, and Nesto's lost his wife, his friends, and still in jail. Ain't went nowhere. Cases gets worse as the time goes by.
So it's weird to me that women do that, especially over the age of 35, 40, that they still find a need to be so childish with hate for a person and negative that they do not know or can't even say, I don't like you because you did this to me. So I just want someone to say on their little podcast, because they're going to do something, of course. Well, I don't talk to her no more because she did this. Like some clarification, because I'm in the dark. I just don't understand it. It can't be because they feel like you cool with me like I'm their enemy. I don't know them. And the only time I speak is when they speak on me. And I don't even say their names. I just say they need to stop talking about me. That's it.
Then
You
shut
know,
up. That's all I can say.
because I'm not their business. Of course, they're trying to make me their money business, but they're riding this little cow out and it's dry at this point. It's just like how many versions of a Nesto Sonya story is worth even listening to at this point. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I think everybody need to be positive, and Black people need to stop being so
Oh God,
hateful
here we
without a
go.
reason. It's crazy to me. Like they just I would walk down the street and the girl would give me a funky eye and I'm looking like, wow, I don't even know you. What's that about? You know, it's crazy to me. I don't understand why Black female. That's why I say I gravitate towards men more than females because you don't get that energy with men. Men is just so what's up, you know, it's just positive light. It's none of that. But you get with these females, it's just a lot of work, a lot of, you know, I don't get it. I don't even get it. But you know, listen.
Right, Houston Foodie. That is why her and Madison fell out because she was gossiping. Well, I'll read the comments. Houston Foodie says Sonya gossiped about Madison, her sisters, her mama, her daddy's sisters, her baby daddies. Yes, she has gossiped about everybody. Tallulah Malu said it's never ending gold with the BS. A lady says we will always shame pick me hoes. That girl says Sonya, mammy dodge that bullet. This whore is gone to a point of no return. But she keeps, I mean, how many more times since the last time I said she keeps bringing it up has she brought it up? And she says she just wants them to just go on one of their platforms and just say, I don't like her because. Well, Sonya, according to you, you don't watch them. So you're not going to know the answer to the question anyway. Right, right.
See what happens. I'm sure, you know, they'll speak on it because, you know, they be need material. I don't like her because,
Still talking about it.
you know, for real.
Just asking me to drop the link. I don't know if we wanted the danger of dropping the link because
What's drop the link mean?
like, you know, put the link in for them to come up here.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Sheesh.
You,
For real.
you want
Bring
them
them
to come up?
on. No, I'm not. No, because I don't want to be on with none of them. I don't want to be on with none of them. No, I would never talk to none of them. There's no reason to talk that bad about me and then turn around and try to be my friend or try to be cordial. And I'm not gonna do the bickering like not nasty girl, nasty. Like I'm not gonna do that. So, as interesting as that would be, this is not love and hip hop, and I wouldn't do that. You know, I'm not for.
By the way, in case some of you may not know, um, when Sylvia brings you up there to on this platform, during this point in time, she is going to charge you for being up there.
For all that at all. That's why I don't like to mention their names. I try not to talk about anything unless they say something that really stands out, which is something that's hurtful against the case. That's the only problem I have. And I feel like they need to stop being reckless about the case. Let this
Delicate Dell said this is the longest asked question in the history.
case play out like it needs to, in all fairness to everybody involved. Stop talking about the case. And to the PCPF, whatever that chick's phone call chick girl, whatever, she needs to be more responsible and stop releasing phone calls. It's over 500 phone calls. Pick another one. But if me and him are on the phone talking about the case, don't play that shit.
Girl.
Don't play it. Period.
Girl, bye.
Period. That's her being reckless. That's all that is. That's her being reckless. And then they want to sit there and point the fingers. Well, Sonya was talking to Nesto. I wasn't talking.
Ray Della Lewis, what you mean charge Hal? You had to pay, you could come up there She dropped the link and let you come up there, but you had to pay to be up there to ask Sonya whatever questions. And poor Vic to the Veil paid her, what was it, $5? That made me mad. I ain't forgot about that yet. And Sonya didn't like the question and she hung up.
Talking to nobody else. I can talk to him about whatever. It's me, him, and the courts on the phone. So if they want to sit there and release something, knowing that this could be a problem, that's the person who released it to the world's fault. She needs to be a little bit more responsible.
Lord of mercy.
How you bet?
Oh, she hung up.
Is that a lawsuit? I wonder.
Wait, lawsuit with who?
Phone calls from prison. You know, I'm gonna call my boy tomorrow, see.
Huh?
Because that's reckless when she does that. And she listens to everything first. So she knows what she's doing. And you know, you have to realize you can't be that reckless. And I can talk to him about whatever I want to talk to him about. That's the thing. And they can say, well, he's in jail. He's in jail. Listen, the only time people listen to phone calls is when it's something that's pertaining to the crime and it helps convict the person or free the person. I used to watch it on 60 Minutes.
Well, since you used to watch it on 60 Minutes and you're a paralegal, why don't you know that this is the public's information? They have the right to know. There's a sign when that man goes and dials the phone that tells them he's on a recorded line. Those calls could be leaked anywhere. And this is not just a common practice in the old US of A. They do that overseas as well.
Outside of that, this whole new bullshit they got going on where they want to put all these calls on for people to be in everybody's every minute business is crazy to me, because I don't even listen to his phone calls when he talks to anybody outside of me. I'm not that concerned about what him and Dre or him and his son or him and her are talking about. And I'm involved in the situation, but I don't care what they're talking about. I don't have the mind. I have the energy and the time because I don't work. I don't do anything, but I don't have the energy for that. I don't care. I'm not that invested. So whatever they talk about, that's their business. I just don't get that. That's weird to me. But everybody needs to get along. Y'all four need to go ahead and do another 4-panel thing and get on there. You, the other girl, and the other girl.
She just want to see some mess because here she is bringing it up again. Nestle Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame says she's deflecting because she has been challenged about the lies she has told. However, Sylvia still hasn't learned. Bitch, I've told you once, take your ass back to the pole that shitted you out. And that's Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. D-Dub says, how did she hear about what he said about her then? Oh, she claims somebody sent her the clip of it. That's what she claims. That girl says Sonya so lame she couldn't take the pressure of her own story. YouTube of her own sorry YouTube page. She's afraid to answer questions. Why? She's a loser. And hey, let's talk about it all said lies, lies, and more lies. Social wife Melissa says Sonya is lying again because her mouth is open. That's how we know. Soul Power says Sonya's being messy. Yeah, she is definitely being messy. And Vic to the Veil said the name of her channel should be called Deflection Sylvia. I like that.
And figure out, not saying y'all need to be friends, but just say, I just need some clarity as to why y'all talk so much. And that dude, which I can't believe a dude is on the mess with the girls, that some housewife stuff. I can't believe he got in on it.
Housewives.
But for real, that just when I heard 2 minutes of his conversation and had to turn that crap off because I was looking at the heading and I'm like, who the hell he talking about? And I was just like, and then 2 minutes of 1 minute of his conversation, I had to cut it off. Like, I don't even care. He said
he's a journalist, Sonya. He's a journalist. So, just in case you didn't know, he's a journalist. Okay. And that's actually what he does. She's talking about Dennis. No, No, she's not talking about Native because this was I don't think the Native wasn't on then. Um he wasn't, they weren't doing the text messages and stuff then either. So no, she's talking about Dennis.
Sound like somebody from the Housewives, like one of them husbands that just insert themselves in girls' business. Like it was just that feminine to me, and I just couldn't believe they got a dude in here that of that age just on that mess. And I was just like, wow, really? That's crazy to me.
Wait a minute.
That was just so feminine. Like I couldn't believe that that dude was on there talking like that, and that he was trying to like cut into. I guess he's trying to just. I think his beef is with you because again, I only listened to a minute of it before I
Right,
was just like,
Dennis.
what?
Okay.
I couldn't even listen to it. It was just, he just sounded so less of a man when he was talking, and tried to use the other girl to say, this is the only reason why I'm here because such and such told me to, boy, like for real, you could have just been a quiet person and did what she needed you to do while you out here making videos, inserting yourself in the little hate group with the conversations on while we attacking this chick who I still don't even know what you did. I'm just so confused. It's so weird. Like I don't be in this, I don't deal with this type of stuff in my life.
Right, a lady. A lady says, is she not gossiping? That's exactly what she's doing and saying Dennis sound feminine and all this kind of stuff. Are you serious? Um, Now, when she got into it, when she would start talking about Native and said he had too much estrogen, is when he was when V. Lenore called her, him, zesty little dude. When V. Lenore called her, and she got mad that time, and then that's when she started talking about Native. But yeah, she's every see okay now. Dennis, I could probably say some stuff about Dennis, but one thing I won't say, and you won't catch me saying, is that he's feminine. You're just not gonna. I'm not gonna say that because he's not. But just because he talked about her and Nesto's case and whatnot, he got to be feminine, Native. Just because he is talking about Sonya, he's got to have too much estrogen. I mean, she first of all, she's not used to a I don't think she's ever experienced like a real man. So this is why she talks like this. Um and she don't know any better.
Life because my circle is so small. I just don't deal with this type of stuff. It's crazy to me. It's just really crazy to me and unnecessary. So I don't. I deal with real men, not
She deals with real men. Let me tell you something. I have never heard Dennis up there constantly talking and bringing up Gary with the T, and he probably knows him. But Nesto do. He do. And he always talks about what does he call what does he call them? He can't transit women, that's what he calls them. So you know, who's the feminine one now, Sonya? Aqua Queen says, I am opening up a club with a restaurant. She tells Nesto equals Barbie smoothie bar set. A lady said Dennis isn't feminine. He's just got loose hips and loose lips. Coffee's Brewing said feminine matches more with Storm, not Dennis. And Victor Vale said she's not used to being around a normal, intelligent man who doesn't abuse her or substances and doesn't use her for her body or anything she has to offer. Miss Boogie Down said, I'm sorry. Has she ever listened to Nesto trying to be in Shirley and her girlfriend's business? Yes, exactly. Yes. Now, y'all, we are at the halfway mark. As a matter of fact, let me write it down. 10759. Okay. So that's where we are, and that's where we are going to stop because, I know people have to, go to work, and it's Sunday, it's, 12:30. I'm pretty tired myself. So, we will stop and we will pick this back up on Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday. So that's when I'll be back. I'll be back on Wednesday. Um Now tomorrow is I'll do it on Monday with Native. Okay. And then on Tuesday, V Lenore will be back. Her and Native will be reading those text messages. Now, I'm not sure on whose platform they're going to be on, but they'll be on one of them. Okay. And that's what they'll be doing on Tuesday. And then I'll be back on Wednesday. Now, I might put out a pre recorded video somewhere in between there, maybe, because I've got like a few things I'm working on. So, that's what is going to be going on this week. And then, of course, I'll do something on Thursday, and then on Friday, Native and I will be together for After Dark. Also, don't forget Station Head on Wednesday with Native, and on Friday with Native at 8 o'clock. So that is the rundown of what will be going on. And I want to thank the new members, the member milestone, and the super stickers. Shout out to the Marvelous Moonlight mods. Shout out to those who are on the replay gang, those of you who stayed in the bushes. Shout out to everybody. If you missed my part 1 of Sonya and Sylvia, it is there. I have it labeled as part 1, and it's the same thumbnail, so you'll be able to find it just in case you didn't. And I will also attach a link to that in the description, so you'll be able to find it. And I think that is it. That's all I have. You all have yourselves a good start to your week. Please make sure that you are careful out there on the highways and the byways. If you are on the moon, you can get on your rocket ship and come on back. And Nesto, shackle, shuffle, walk of shame. I know you're out in the galaxies. So, I'm going to send somebody out there to come pick you up. Okay. So y'all have yourselves a good night. And until next time. Yes, please hit the like button on your way out if you didn't get it.